Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Scary Saturday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know it's an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. So with all that said in mind, check out the information in the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your directors, your runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer and a link for where you can watch this bad boy on YouTube for free. And if you decide, you can help support the channel and toss me a couple of bucks, and everything would go towards Matt's Movie Mania. So with all that said in mind, let's go on to the film of the day. And today's is a winner. It is a good one. It is a interesting one. It is only about 33 minutes long. It's not a long one at all. It is none other than the short known as Creek County. Yes, I don't know if they have this release available for sale yet. But I hope in the future they do this for you guys, because having all three of these in one release is absolutely the best thing to have, because they are absolutely fun, all three of them. But today I am covering Creek County, which is the second one in the franchise. Like I said, it runs only about 33 minutes long. It is directed by MC Nowell, and there is a kind of a flashback sequence directed by Mick Sawyer, who also did a fantastic job as well in this. But what is it about exactly? Well, it picks up with our good old pal, the sheriff from good old Rock Bottom Creek. He comes back in this, and he is driving down the road. He stops off and gets himself a pack of smokes, or a couple of packs of smokes, by the way. And while he is there, he is stopped by a drifter along the way, and the drifter is asking him for a ride. The drifter eventually finds his way inside of the sheriff's vehicle, where in the front passenger seat is a passed out woman. So the guy has to ride in the back behind the woman, and as he is riding in back, he eventually gets a cigarette from the sheriff. And all the while, he is not disclosing that he is a sheriff yet, but all of us that have seen Rock Bottom Creek know that this is in fact the same guy, the same character, the same actor as in the first one. So he gives him a cigarette. He quickly takes a second one, and the sheriff has a comment: "Boy, would you look to gift horse in the ass?" And in turn, the drifter is confused by his terminology, and would say, and he changes it. Wouldn't it be a gift horse in the mouth? And he said, "Boy, would you rather look a gift horse in the mouth or in the ass? You know, either way, you're getting a face full of shit, you know, if you're looking in the ass," you know, one of those kind of ordeals. But he eventually keeps persisting on asking the sheriff questions about who he is and what he's about, and about his female companion. He eventually tells him that, he's just giving her a ride home because she got too drunk on the job, one of those ordeals. In turn, the drifter eventually comes up with the comment, "I would like to know a little more about the people that I am about to kill," one of those kind of ordeals. And so he pulls out a handgun and shoots the woman passenger and kills her dead right then and there. in turn makes the sheriff pull over quickly, and so they eventually are back on the road, and the drifter makes the sheriff go to the sheriff's house. In turn, if you know anything about Rock Bottom Creek, you know that he has a companion that is a very big character played by MC Nowell himself, who in turn kills, or not kills, but subdues our drifter, and then eventually they start to torture and beat him and do all kinds of horrible things to him. And there is a really cool gag, practical effects gag that happens in it that I didn't see it coming, and I really liked it. I thought they did a great job, being that I was looking on IMDb, and IMDb listed that they made this for about $100. I would have guessed more than that, just solely based on the effect alone, because the effect looked really good for something as low budget as this is, and the after effect that happened along with it. And so that is basically what happens in Creek County. You have a lot going on in such a short little time. It is just done in such a masterful fashion. Now, on to the three things that I love my movies to meet. On to the audio. The audio gets an A+, because it always, with everything I've noticed with We Massacre Productions, they know exactly what they're doing audio-wise, and you can 100% understand and hear every single word that is being said, even with the accents that are being used, or the accents that the actors have in this movie. I feel like they do a fantastic job. So yes, like I said, it gets an A+. On to dialogue. Dialogue is always the bread and butter in a We Massacre Productions, because you get always some fun, colorful dialogue that will leave you scratching your head in awe. It'll leave you laughing. It will leave you going, oh my gosh, I can't believe he just said that. To moments to where you're just on the edge of your seat, because the dialogue is so good. And not to mention, you get some great performances, considering it's such a low budget film. So it's going to get an A+ onto the dialogue. Editing is definitely a good spot in this. Steve Bailwitz did all the editing on this, and I feel like he did a fantastic job as usual. Steve is definitely a good filmmaker. So is MC Nowell. Everybody at We Massacre Productions, they just know exactly what they want, and they know exactly how to get it. And what they get is always entertaining from beginning to end. So it's there's never really any kind of errors that I noticed. I take that back. I did notice one continuity error, and it had to do with a lit cigarette. When the drifter is lighting the cigarette for the sheriff for the first time, he lights the cigarette like right in the middle of the cigarette, instead of at the end. And then just a second later, the cigarette is all fine and intact, and it is just the end of the cigarette lit. That's the only like weird little error I noticed in it. But it's something so minute, it doesn't really even affect it or matter, really. I did get a chuckle, I'm not gonna lie, that our drifter is such a crazed madman that he lit at one point, that second cigarette he took, he lit it from the wrong end of the cigarette, consider and continued to smoke it no matter what. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been just choking my lungs out, because that is just absolutely nasty tasting when that happens, when you light the cigarette from the wrong end. So it just really showed his dedication into the role as the Drifter. So very, very good, movie. I really enjoyed it. So it gets an A on editing. On to the final score of my 1 through 5. I'm going to give this thing a 4 out of 5. It is way above average movie. It definitely delivers. Definitely hop on over to their YouTube channel and check out everything they have to check out, or that they have for you to check out. It is well worth your price of admission. Granted, yes, it is free. So definitely, the fine folks at We Massacre Productions, where the Saw is family, check out Creek County. It is an absolute fun movie from beginning to end. I'm going to go ahead and set this down. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow for yet another review. And as always, I love your faces, and peace.